Hey there, Griever Gang. Welcome back to Griever Productions. This one, but just before we begin, this one was recorded before the changeover of all of the studio and all of that. So it's going to look a little bit different and whatnot, but just wanted to give you guys the heads up. Alright, see you on the other end. Hey there, Griever Gang. Welcome back to Griever Productions. A while ago, I looked at a gentleman by the name of Dan Vasc. Not sure if anybody frequenting this channel knows about Dan Vasc. That's a lie, of course. You know Dan Vasc if you watch my videos. But he performed the song Gethsemane, a beautiful number from Jesus Christ Superstar, the musical, a phenomenal rock opera which chronicles the story of Jesus, but from the point of view of Judas. Now we have the other side of that coin today. We have Adam Lambert singing Judas's song Heaven on Their Minds, one of the most powerful openers in all of theatre, in my opinion, genuinely. And I'm going to be real, I don't think there would be another person better suited vocally. Adam has a phenomenal voice. I've followed him right through from when he was in Idol and got absolutely gypped at the end of it, but we won't talk about that. Then right through his solo career and the stuff that he's done with Queen as well. Phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal vocalist, phenomenal showman. If anybody was going to quote-unquote replace Freddie, even though he's not really replacing, he's more filling in. I feel like there couldn't be anybody better, as he has his own level of charisma, he has his own level of vocal prowess, and didn't try to be Freddie. He did his own thing while paying homage to Freddie. I feel like that was probably the best choice for a replacement that you could get, because you're never really replacing Freddie, right? So, before we begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. If you have not subscribed, I would highly appreciate it if you did so. But without any further ado, let's have a listen to Adam Lambert singing Heaven on Their Minds.
My mind is clearer now. At last, all too well, I can see where we all soon will be.
Interesting.
If you strip away the myth from the man, you will see where we are.
Interesting. I'm going to pause it here, and I know I've blue-balled quite a lot of people because there's a big note incoming. Because I know this song like the back of my hand. I performed this. I was Judas in a production of this, and there's something really interesting with the way that he's handling this opening. There are very few instances in which a vocalist will completely copy another version of this. There is a lot of room to kind of do it as your own person and to really approach this with your own sort of flair. Something that I am liking is that relatively straight singing, but with every now and then that little, like a little flair sort of trill in there. It's really nice. It's not being overdone. I have heard it overdone, and it kind of takes you out of it a little bit, but it is just a couple of little bits here and there. It sounds so good.
The myth from the man, you will see where we all soon will be.
Nice. Okay. Interesting approach. Okay, alright. Damn, okay. A lot to pull apart in quite a small section here. So that is a huge thing. The role of Judas is not easy to sing. It is not in a very... it's not in what we would call an accessible key for most male voices. Adam has no issue with the range. What's interesting to me is that there's almost that punch there when going up that octave, like, because you've got that lower octave, and then Jesus, you started to believe the things they say of you. Like you go into that next section, and it's almost as if the crescendo is an instantaneous thing of Judas. The stakes are higher because it's Judas basically explaining to Jesus, I think you're doing everything wrong, actually. And despite the fact that there is this, like, a big emotional jump here, it's almost as if the volume doesn't match the stakes, but the power and the gruffness does. Why? I am genuinely wondering if there's something here in the mixing of this video, in the mixing of the music here, some form of compression or some form of, I don't know, effect that is making it sound as though it is quieter than what it is, because you can hear that desperation in the voice, but it's almost like the volume doesn't match it. I'm confused by this, because I don't think that's Adam. I think that's something in the mix. I'm going to go back here. You can hear what I'm saying, right? Also, that's such a brilliant run. That's such a brilliant run. But I think what's happened is somebody has normalized the volume, and it's done it in a way that it's almost capped it out. But it's strange to my ear, but it's not what Adam's doing. It's a mix thing for me. I'm sure.
Listen, Jesus, I don't like what I see. All I ask is that you listen to me. And remember, I've been your right-hand man all along.
He does this so well.
Fire. They think they found a new Messiah, and they'll hurt you when they find they're wrong. I remember when this whole thing began. No talk of God, then we called you a man.
Ooh, ooh, I like that.
Admiration for you hasn't died, but twisted around some other way.
Interesting.
And they'll hurt you if they think you've lied. Nazareth, you're famous, son should have stayed a greater, known like his father carving.
Okay, so I'm going to point out, when I was saying that before, I mean absolutely no disrespect. I think this sounds really good. It's an interesting choice, I think. But based upon the level of volume that I'm hearing from this, it is so uniform that I don't think it could possibly be Adam. Because the way that he emotes, and you can see the way that he is emoting in this, lends itself to little fluctuations of volume, but it is so perfectly that same volume the entire way. And that's, again, not a problem with him. I think somebody has mixed it in a way that is more, I'm going to say modern, because you hear this a lot more now. Whereas if they'd pulled back on that a little bit, you'd really be connecting with this more. I think that's the only issue that I'm having so far. Now, the interesting thing for me is this next section that's coming up is a different time signature entirely, because Lloyd Webber likes to test his people. So I'm interested to see how this how this pans out. I think it's 7/8.
suited Jesus best. Heed it, cause nobody hung no one along.
Maybe not, maybe not.
Listen, Jesus, do you care for your race? Don't you see we must keep in our place? We are occupied. Have you forgotten how put down we are? Oh, I'm frightened by the crowd, for we are getting much too loud, and they'll crush us if we go too far. If we go too far.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where the 7/8 bar is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Listen, Jesus, to the warning I give. Please remember that I want us to live. But it's sad to see your chances weakening with every hour. Your followers are blind. Oh, there's too much heaven on their minds. It was beautiful, but now it's sour.
Sorry, I just really liked that. Hang on.
It was beautiful, but now
It was beautiful, now it's sour. The way he handled that, that's really nice.
it's all gone sour. Oh, listen to the warning I give.
There, that's...
Remember that I want us to live. So come on, listen to me. Listen to me. Jesus.
God, he's singing. God, he's got pipes, this man.
Gone sour.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, that's brilliant. All right, let's go to final thoughts. I've got a bit to say about this. This is interesting. Okay, so interesting point of call here. Adam is a very dynamic vocalist, a very emotion-driven vocalist with a very good mind for knowing where to put the emphasis in his words and what notes to emphasize as well. A great example of this is Cher's Believe. There was a version that he did, I believe it was for Kennedy Center Honors, could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that is the one, in which that man gave one of the most dynamic performances I have ever seen, of a song that, realistically, when people think about it, they think it's a bit of a throwaway nothing song. They just do. I love the song, but the way that he did it, it changed it up completely, gave it a completely new feel, completely new sense of direction, and was just stunning. Something that I mentioned just a second ago, and I put emphasis on, is the fact that he is a very dynamic singer. So, my question, because you've got, this is on the official Andrew Lloyd Webber Musicals page. I wonder who did the mixing and who had the final say in the mixing, because it sounded like it was all the same volume until right at the end there. And that's not on Adam. It's not. I feel like I know his voice too well to say that that was him. But regardless, the vocal performance here is incredible. People can learn a lot from how Adam holds himself, how he enunciates, how he gets into key points of that voice, the key points of control that man has are truly just wonderful. Like, second to none. The control is just awesome. And truthfully, I enjoyed the hell out of that. No pun intended. Sorry, I enjoyed the heaven out of that. Oh my god. But, thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe, do all that sort of thing. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what we did here today, for as little as $3 Australian per month, you can join us over on Patreon and become one of our tiered members and join the wonderful list of people here. If you're into gaming, I also have a gaming channel that I have recently gotten back into, and also on this splash screen you might see something a little bit interesting. More news on that coming soon.